Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Amida. I hope you're doing well today. So I'm Rifdah Ayu Sofaya Tun Nisa, and I'm gonna present my answer regarding of the midterm test, basic translation theory. So here we are. The first question is, please identify and give explanation about these 12 books: the source language, the target language, the source text, and the target text. The first is the source language. The source language is English. This is the original language of the book Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. The second is the target language, is the Indonesian. This is the language into which the book has been translated, resulting in Petualangan Huckleberry Finn. Third is the source text. The source text is Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. This is the title and the author of the original English book. Fourth is the target text, is the Petualangan Huckleberry Finn. This is the translated title of the book in Indonesian. It maintains the essence of the original title while being translated for Indonesian readers. Next, second question is, check the following pictures, then tell the types of the translation based on the language involved and give your reasons. Point A, the answer is intersemiotic translation, and this is the sign language. Sign language falls into the category of intersemiotic translation because it involves transferring meaning from one sign system to another. In this case, sign language transfers verbal messages to messages conveyed through hand gestures, body movements, and facial expressions. Intersemiotic translation occurs when meaning from one system of representation, such as written text, is transferred into a different system of representation, such as images, sounds, or gestures. In the context of sign language, verbal messages from written or spoken language are translated into hand and body movements that have similar or equivalent meanings. Next is the point B. The answer is intralingual translation. The comparison between the original text was changed into an easier read or more understandable version is an example of intralingual translation because it shifts meaning from one complex or difficult to understand language to a simpler form within the same language. Intralingual translation occurs when meaning is recast in the same language but with the use of different words, structure, or styles to improve comprehension or accessibility for readers who may have varying levels of understanding. In this case, although the text remains in the same language, which is English, the easy read version is reorganized with simplified language and sentence structure to make it more understandable to readers who may have difficulty with the more complex original text. Next is the point C. The answer is interlingual translation. A book with an English title being converted into a book with an Indonesian title is an example of interlingual translation as it involves the transfer of meaning from one language, or English, to another, or Indonesian. Interlingual translation occurs when the text is translated from one language to another with the aim of maintaining the meaning, tone, and the style of communication present in the source text. In this case, when the title of the book, language, context, and text, aspects of language in a social semiotic perspective in English, is translated into bahasa, konteks, dan teks. Aspek-aspek bahasa dalam pandangan semiotik sosial in Indonesian. An interlingual translation process occurs when the meaning of the title is conveyed from English to Indonesian while maintaining its essence and context. Next question. Number 3. Please explain the concept translation process proposed by Nida and Taber. This is the image and this is the explanation. Nida and Taber's translation process involves several key stages. One is analysis, understanding the source text linguistic, cultural, and contextual elements. Second is transfer, conveying the meaning of the source text into the target language. Third is restructuring, organizing and clarifying the content of the source text for coherence in the target language. Fourth is receptor, refers to the process of transferring the meaning of a source text into the target language while considering the linguistic and cultural context of the target language. Their process underscores the dynamic and creative nature of translation, emphasizing linguistic proficiency, cultural competence, and critical thinking skills in producing effective translation. Next, the question number 4. Identify the type of meaning distinguishing the following pair of words, then give the reasons about your answers. Point A. Perempuan and betina. It is the presupposed meaning, and this is the selectional restrictions because these words both refer to female beings, but they belong to different semantic fields. Perempuan is a more general term referring to human females, while betina typically refers to female animals. Although both words denote femininity, perempuan is specifically used for human females, whereas betina is typically used for female animals. The distinction lies in the semantic field each word belongs to. Point B is pohon and batu. It is the propositional meaning because these words belong to different semantic categories. Pohon refers to a living organism or a tree, while batu refers to an inanimate object or stone. The distinction between these words lies in their semantic categories. Pohon belongs to the category of living things, specifically plants, while batu belongs to the category of non-living things, specifically minerals or rocks. Point C is enya and ibu. It is the evoked meaning, this is in the dialect, and this is the geographical because the call enya is usually used specifically for the Betawi tradition, while the call mother or ibu is commonly used by all Indonesian citizens. Point D is gemuk and gembrot. It is the expressive meaning because types of meaning these words have similar meanings that differ in connotation or degree. They both describe someone who is overweight or fat. The difference is that the word fat or gemuk sounds more polite, while the word gembrot sounds less polite and mocking. Last but not least, point E, datang and hadir. It is the expressive meaning because these words have related but distinct meanings in the context of presence. Datang generally means to arrive or come, while hadir means to be present or attend. While both words relate to presence, datang specifically refers to the action of arriving or coming to a place, while hadir refers to being present or attending an event. The distinction lies in the specific aspects of present each word emphasizes. Okay, that's all my answer. Thank you for your attention, Mamida, and have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.